3, 2, 1.
Here we go! Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the HerdU podcast. I'm Tessa.
I'm Adam.
And we are glad you're here. I have missed this. It feels like it's been a month or so.
It technically has almost.
It kind of has.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Like, I was ready to come back.
Yeah. Well, I really wasn't.
To do this.
This part, yeah. Okay, that was horrible. Everything's great, but I really, really like being at home.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
We're back.
But yeah, everybody's back. I have been in the classrooms. Like, I got to meet some of the new teachers that were hired over the break, which still blows my mind that we're hiring new people. And things have just kind of been going well. Like, technology is actually turning back on. I think they shut everything off. So, good job, guys. I'm proud of y'all. So, how was your break?
It was great. Did a lot of traveling.
Yeah, y'all did.
Yeah. Went to Philly. Went and came back. That was great. Philly's always a good place to go vacation. I mean, it was weird because there was a lot of things not happening, but then a lot of things that were because it was during the Christmas break.
Right, just kind of different.
So a lot of things were shut down, but at the same time, like, we did things that we didn't do last time we went to Philly.
Perfect. So it was a new experience.
Yeah, like
Awesome.
they set up an ice skating rink right down in City Hall, and Anastasia and Danielle did that. I did not because
Why?
I didn't need broken bones coming back. Have you fell on ice?
Yeah, it hurts.
And
But you can go slow, and they have those little...
Well, it's okay. So they were sold out of penguins.
Oh,
and then
okay.
I looked, and everybody that had a penguin was like 6 and under.
Hey, listen, it's a judge-free zone.
It probably was. But no, that was fun. I mean, just a lot of new things that we didn't get to do last time we were there. Then we went San Antonio for the New Year's break type deal. That was fun.
Good.
Except for the travel back.
Yeah, you had a little whoop-doozy of a trip.
It was during our blizzard here. Yep. Dallas had some bad weather, and then our plane came from New Orleans, which they had tornadoes down there. So it just made for a bunch of...
Made for a long day.
Delays and backups and all
For sure. So I traveled a lot from the bed to the couch. We stayed home. I was really, really sick during break. It kind of started before... Well, actually, I think it started when we went to Pittsburgh. I wasn't really feeling great. And then I don't know what it is. Like, everybody's like it goes away for a few days and it comes back and then you test negative for everything. Yeah. So I don't know, but I'm finally feeling better, which is great. But it was nice just to rest during break. Like we just stayed home and I think we only went to Amarillo once. So it was really nice just to be at home.
Yeah, no, sometimes that's better than doing any, like, you know what I mean? Just resting your mind, your body, and just family time. Man,
for sure.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. So we have had a pretty busy week, meeting the new teachers, basketball, streaming that because it was a home game, setting up for the Rumble, which always blows my mind.
Yeah.
So I was never a part of that before this, because wrestling just really wasn't our thing. And so this side of it's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it.
There is a lot.
On just the wrestling side, that's busy enough, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And then now you're involving technology with monitors and Chromebooks and scorekeeping and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Then that makes for quite a event.
It cracks me up because it's at a different location this year. It's at the junior high. And so it just makes me laugh because the guys are like, oh, well, I have to run a Cat 5 or da-da-da. I'm like, you just like, what? Like, we just run these things just for this event? They're like, yeah. So anyway, it's funny.
It's all due to connectivity. So the first time that we really got involved as a team, I think we've always helped them out. But this year, I mean, I think it's been 3 years maybe that they've really went to the digital side of it.
Right.
And they wanted to use monitors for scorekeeping. Well, for the sake of internet, I mean, or connectivity, we hardwire everything in. So then, you had to run
because we still have
cable.
school during that time.
Yeah, like school's still going on. And then you've got, I think they said 126.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Anyways, that's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
And then all in one gym.
Yeah.
Or actually 2 locations.
So I am the designated taper.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I'm like, I don't know how to run any of this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can tape it down really good. If you need a taper, I got it.
You're it.
Yeah.
You're it.
So anyway.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It's a little curveball because we're in a new location. So we don't know what that's going to look like.
Yeah.
And then the time frame, Usually we have a little bit of time to set this up, but
Not much.
we've got not a whole lot. But I mean,
it's gonna be some long hours tonight.
I mean, thanks. I mean, shout out to everybody that's helping coordinate it, because I think basketball's going on. That's got to finish before wrestling sets up.
Correct.
So shout out to you guys that are scheduling all this, because it looks like it's be tough.
And then they got to roll all the mats and make sure all the ref stuff is set up and the food stuff. It's a lot.
But it's exciting because I think the girls are involved in this one. I think usually in the past it's been just a boys wrestling, and I think the girls are going to be involved in this. So I think it'll be good. It'll be fun.
It's gonna be a lot of activity. Y'all should
sure.
come out and see it or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I guess by the time this airs, it will already be over.
Yes.
But hopefully you'll come and see it. So anyway, we also have stock show. I know you said you've never been to one of those.
No, I have not.
You should. It's part of our CTE program, the agriculture FFA. I can't remember what the other one is, but anyway, so there's a lot of our local kids who, well, it all is local because it's Deaf Smith, but a lot of our kids show. Kyler shows a pig. Well, he shows two, but we got into that probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and it's kind of something that him and his dad do. So I like, what I basically do is take him to feed, and then I go and I cheer him on.
Yeah.
And I buy him a shirt every year. That's about all that I do. But it's, holy moly, it's long hours, like the early morning feeds, and then the walking, and the night feeds, and the baths, and the weighing, and the science behind how much food do you feed it, and it's craziness. But they get to show off tonight.
Well, and I hear you talking about it, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know that all that was involved. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a lot.
You always hear about the stock shows, and you hear about, the fun part of it, but nobody sees hey, you got to get up at this time to go
it's
feed.
so good for the kids. It really does teach so much discipline and responsibility. It really is. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of like a job.
It's every day because they have to eat. Like sometimes, like let's say basketball practice, when we had that half day because of the blizzard, they got to cancel that. You can't not feed your pigs. You have to feed. Like they have to.
Yeah, them buddies want to eat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
so there's pigs and lambs and goats and heifers and steers and all that kind of stuff that will show over the next 3 days. And rabbits. Rabbits is really big in our area.
I did know about the rabbits, and I thought that was interesting. Yeah. But yeah, rabbits.
Yeah, if you're bored. Oh wait, we have to set up for the wrestling. I'll be there as soon as stock show's over. But so it's really cool to see, and it's crazy because like, and our community is so generous to these kids. Like I'm telling you, so basically what they do is they breed them or whatever, and like they win classes and things like that. But then they have this, I'm gonna call it a fundraiser, but that's not really what it is. But the kids go, the ones who make the sale, and then they talk about their pigs. That's why I was talking about Kyler's name, because typically it's Clint Savawini who has to say it. And he named the pig Left Nut because it didn't have the right nut. And so I don't know. I'm just going with this.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
that's
if we get censored. So anyway, so I'm like, he's going to have to say that. And Kyler thinks it's hilarious. And then like all these people in the audience will just start laughing, so. But they bid on this pig, like the local agricultural people, like the Banks, Stevens, all the feed yards, they're all there. And they bid on this pig, and that kid gets to keep the money.
Wow.
And so it goes for like scholarships and college funds and stuff like that. So it's really like parents really aren't allowed to go, but I was like, Kyler, and he's like, it's gonna be funny, Mom. I'm like, no, it's not. So
yeah, that's good. I've been our community really helps our students.
Absolutely.
Especially like our student athletes or our student, academics, anything that has to do with our students. They're so involved. And I can't say that I've been anywhere else that happens to.
Right.
Like I think Hereford is unique in that situation. I know there's other towns that do help. Like don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I've never seen it like Hereford does.
No. Well, and then one year there was one of our guys who was going through a kidney transplant.
Yeah.
And they stopped the whole thing and just did auctions and raised like almost $100,000 for that kid alone.
Wow.
And then all the businesses did that thing for all the other kids.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's what makes Hereford so special.
Yeah.
And so anyway,
we just have good people in Hereford.
We really do.
Yeah.
We really,
Our
really
community,
do.
We're so blessed to be here. So shout out to you guys.
Anyway, so
great.
That's
so you'll have fun
on
tonight, right?
Yeah. But I think they fixed the bull barn, so I don't think it's as cold as it used to be. But it used to be like where you'd have to wear like 2 jackets and a blanket, and you're all like this because they have the barn doors all open because they bring all the pigs in and waves and stuff like that. So
that's cool.
It's kind of neat, but anyway.
It'd be interesting to see. I don't think I'll make it tonight, but
rude. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, it's just we got wrestling to set up and all that.
Yeah, we got to get all that stuff set up. So,
but anyways, good luck to Kyler and all the other kids that are showing there.
It will be good. All right, so that's all I got. What's the new scoop?
The new scoop. Okay, so we've got a deal called the Affordable Connectivity Program, and this is there's an application that we'll probably link.
Yes.
On the pod, but do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. So back when COVID happened, America realized people don't have internet, and we went completely all on the internet.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of money, and our government does this quite often. Like they get this idea and they put all this money in it, but they don't think of the longevity of it. Like, how can we sustain this? So with ESSER funds, we were able to get either A, free internet, or B, free hotspots. That was an option that we had for about 18 months. Mm-hmm. And that has, because ESSER funds have gone out, so there's no more money. And so that means we don't have hotspots to give out like we used to. And so we still have students who don't have internet, which it happens, like internet is not a necessity. But with this program through our ISP, which is WTRT, there is a program where you can apply as long as you are in a Title I school that has free and reduced lunch. And spoiler alert, that's Hereford ISD. Every single student can qualify for this. So like, it's not just kids who always had free and reduced lunch, because everybody gets it now. Mm-hmm. So like, if you are a teacher in this district and you have children who go, you can apply for this and get $30 off. So the basic package at WTRT, I don't know, I think it's like $34. Yeah. So that makes your internet literally $4 a month. So if you are interested, we'll have this linked. You can apply for that. Or if you have a student who comes to you and is like, Miss, I don't have internet at home or something along like that, I highly suggest you use this because all they have to do is apply, and they get a letter from admin saying that they are on the free and reduced lunch program, and it's automatic qualification. And so you, on the next bill, you would get, or like, I don't know how many days it takes, but rather quickly, you will either get your internet set up and only have the $4, or you'll be getting the $30 off. Yeah. So it's an amazing program.
Oh man.
And anybody in Hereford who has kids in Hereford can apply for it. Like you guys can't, I'm sorry, because your kids have done graduated, but if your child is grade 12 and under, you can apply for it. But like once your kid graduates, then you do not qualify anymore. But anyway.
But at that point, I mean, internet, anyways. But why not? Like, take advantage of this. You know what I mean? Like, it's not hard. You know, all you got to do is fill this out. No. And Hereford ISD will send you the letter, or however that's going to work out. And then, I mean, you get a discount.
Yeah.
I mean,
I need a discount all the time. I'm like, can I get that for half? Half off?
Yeah.
But $30 makes a difference. I mean, that's a tank of gas, or that's a little bit of groceries, because groceries have gone up so much. James went to the store with me the other day, because usually, so we do the Walmart deliver, right? And like the best $49 I've spent in a long time. Or I do pick up. And so the other day, James and I went, and I mean, we had like maybe 5 things in our basket, and it was food, right? Like, so it wasn't on the, I always joke, if we have to go to the other side of Walmart, that's when it gets expensive. Yeah. Well, now on the grocery side, it's expensive. And he's like, that was $47. I said, yep. And it was 5 things. That's all we got. It was like something to make burgers.
Yeah.
And he was like, I said, yeah, that's why I buy like every other day to try not to spend, because it's ridiculous.
Yeah. And so that's what we do. And a lot of people do the same. But if you go and you shop for a week's worth, or maybe even 2 weeks, you're talking about $300, $400 of just groceries. Yeah. I mean, it's super expensive.
Like, we used to have our budget. I know that we're really squirreling here, but our budget used to be $250 every 2 weeks. So $500 a month on groceries. Yeah. Not anymore. No, you can't do that. It's like $220 a week.
Yeah. It's crazy. But jump on this opportunity. Yeah. I mean, $30 a month.
It makes a difference.
It helps for sure.
It makes a difference.
For sure.
All right. So your control, Command V. Hey, I did it.
S.
S. Dang it. I did not do it. Control Command S. Sorry. I was typing email about Command V. Anyway. Is to unsubscribe for your emails. Guys, I went on break and I was sick. And I said to myself, Tessa, we're not checking email. Didn't check email. I looked at my phone occasionally and it said like 99 plus. So I was like, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Y'all, I got to work. It was 690 emails. Why? Why do I have 690 emails?
Listen.
That's redonkulous.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So anyway, so then I go through everything. And then it was only about like 74 that really needed my attention. And so it was like a light bulb went off. Freaking unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Like, you don't check it. You're deleting it anyway. So my tip for you guys is to look at your email when you get it. If it's something that you're fixing to delete, unsubscribe from it.
Yeah.
And so the reason why we say unsubscribe versus blocked, because when we start getting a lot of blocks, it could filter you. Like where, I don't know, I'm going to use Fried Tech as an example. So like, let's say all of us are getting Fried Tech emails. If we start blocking it, it will like stop sending it to other people as well. Mm-hmm. Like it kind of, is it a filter? Is that basically what it does?
Yeah. So it links that account as a
like a spam kind of
technically
like
a spam account because you keep blocking it. So that's why we always tell you, please don't send it to spam, even if it's junk mail.
Right.
Because it might be junk to you, but to somebody else, they really need that.
Yeah, they really need it.
And so just delete it or unsubscribe.
Yeah, so that's why we're saying the best thing probably right now at this moment is to unsubscribe. Trust me, August self will thank you for this.
Oh, for sure.
And just take your time like every other week or every month or whatever if you start getting these other emails. But if you notice you delete it all the time, you probably should just unsubscribe from it because you're not using it or you're not reading it or you're not using the coupons in it.
And take the extra time to do it because a lot of the times you delete it because you're like, well, it's going to take me a while to get over there and unsubscribe it. But if you take the time to do it, then you don't have to come back and worry about it later because now you're going to have 600 other emails you're going to have to unsubscribe from.
It was ridiculous.
I mean, it's crazy.
Like, I was overwhelmed. I saw that and I was like, what do I do?
Yeah.
So
I always know when TCEA is coming up because I always get the vendors email me. But some of those I really enjoy reading, but then there's some that I don't. No. And then I'll unsubscribe from them.
For
but,
sure.
But yeah, they'll blast your inbox.
Yes. But that's just my tip is if you guys can do that, just clean it up a little bit.
Yeah.
We're in January. Let's have some new beginnings.
Yeah, for sure. But do take the extra time to unsubscribe.
It's important. It really is. I really never thought of like how important it is because I was like, I'm just going to delete it.
Yeah.
And then after I had 690 emails, it kind of dawned on me like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
Like, just unsubscribe.
And
like, I still had Lakeshore emails coming in. Okay, listen, I used Lakeshore when I was when I taught kindergarten like 16 years ago. Why am I still getting that email? I am never going to use a manipulative unsubscribe.
Yeah.
And they're tricky, man. They have like 6 different emails they send and you have to unsubscribe from all of them because they don't have a little check sheet. So anyway.
So most of your emails will have the unsubscribe button at the very bottom.
Yeah. And I've also seen them up. Some of them are up top though.
Yeah.
So if you can't find it at the bottom, it'll be up next to the thing. So
just look for the link that says unsubscribe.
Yep.
And then they'll take you through a whole little process of why do you want to unsubscribe?
Oh, we're going to miss you. Are you sure? Do you want to just pause it for 30 days? No, unsubscribe.
Get me gone.
Yeah, I don't want this no mo.
That's funny.
So anyway, but
just do it.
So that's our tip is unsubscribe. So
perfect.
There you go. Adam, I think that's all I have.
That's great.
Yeah, next week is just a regular great week. We'll be in and out of classes and good times.
Yeah, hopefully all you guys got some good rest. Mm-hmm. Get your minds reset.
Yeah, for sure.
I know mine did. I actually went to the doctor, believe it or not, the other day.
Yeah.
And got, like, my blood pressure was good.
That's awesome.
Like, I got a clean bill of health.
Isn't that amazing?
But a lot of it has to do with I was away and just relaxed. Yeah. Like, didn't do work, didn't think about other things, just family time and just having fun and enjoying the moment. And I think that really helps, you know? And so, anyway.
So I know I've told you this before, but when we don't take work home.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean now?
No, for sure. Even yesterday.
And I know you have to do some things because you do the sports side of it. Yeah. So I know there's a little bit of that, but like legit, like it can wait till you get back to work.
Well, and I've gotten to the point where I'm scheduling that now. You know what I mean? So like I don't put so much pressure as like I'm going to do it the day before. Yeah. Now I try to do it ahead, and I've got that scheduled. But
isn't that funny? You go on break and you feel so good. I go on break and I get sick. What is happening?
I don't know.
That was weird.
It is weird.
There actually is a scientific. So one of my very, very dear friends, Jessie. Do you remember them? The Reeves.
Yes,
He used to
I
coach
do.
here.
Yep.
She was in town, and she's like, "No, there's a scientific thing that says that we body up so much when we finally relax, it like releases in our bodies, and that's why a lot of times us teachers get sick during break."
And I believe that, and it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Once you think about it, it's like, that you bottle it all up, and then you're resting, and it's like,
Yeah.
that's when your body's like, you know what?
Anyway,
Let's fight this.
Oh, okay. So I wouldn't talk about this. This is really random too, but I was thinking of all the stuff that our district does and like all the cool things.
Yeah.
So I was picking Kyler up yesterday from practice, and our law enforcement was out practicing, and it was hilarious because I know Becca, and I know what that class does, but they have props that they use, and it looked like they were doing an arrest, and the person had to walk back, and they had the propped or whatever. I was like, dude, if you didn't know what was going on, you'd be like calling 911 right now, because I was like, this is amazing. I just sat and watched them practice, and they're phenomenal. Like, they win awards, and I mean, it's crazy what they do.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she does a really good job with that class.
It made me laugh because it was so cold yesterday, but I could see Becca all bundled up, and then all the kids, and I'm like, what? I was like, oh, there's Becca. Okay, we're good.
But that, you know what? That's the fun part of that class. You know what I mean? Like, you do all the learning right in the classroom, and then when you actually can go out and do it, I don't care if it's cold or not. I'm a pew pew pew.
Yep,
you know what I mean?
Yep. And they practice for their competitions and stuff. And so anyway, that was kind of cool. I saw that yesterday.
That's cool.
I wanted to talk about that. So
shout out to Becca.
Yeah.
And that law enforcement class.
That's all I have.
Yeah, that's great.
That's it.
We're back at it, 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what this week brings on.
Yep. We'll see
Hopefully
where the pod
wrestling
leads.
does good. The pod.
Yeah. Go wrestling.
What else?
And basketball. Basketball's in Canyon.
Yeah.
So by the time this films, they will already have 2 more games.
Yeah, you'll know what happened before we did. Cause,
yeah. Because
anyways.
we'll already be broadcasted. But anyways. Well, guys, we hope you had a great week back. Things are looking great. And just remember, if you have any questions or need anything, just please feel free to reach out to us. So I hope you guys have an amazing week, and we'll talk to you later. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.